Hi, my name's Paul Lloyd from the Main Street Market Exchange. I hope that you're well, and I hope that you want to make some money, and also that you want to hear about a lot of the things that are going on with the Main Street Market Exchange. I've made this video into two parts. The first part of the video is about 3 minutes long and is for those folks who just really want the bottom line, who say, hey, Paulie, just tell me what you want me to do or what I should do. And for those folks who don't like texts that are more than 5 words and just want to get to the point right away. The second part of this video is about 12 minutes long, and it explains a little bit more about the Main Street Market Exchange and what's going on. My dealing with billionaires, pursuing large amounts of capital for the Main Street Market Exchange, and other things like our new local ride app, which is mirroring what Lyft and Uber have done, along with some a lot of great enhancements on our app on Local Ride. So you decide what it is that you want to listen to. Okay, let's get to the first point. For those of you folks who are constantly tuned into your radio station of WIFM or What's in It for Me, and that's fine. Let's get right into it. And here it is: invest in the Main Street Market Exchange. And invest in my company. And when I access the public money up on Wall Street, as I approach them and access the public markets, you'll make a lot of money. Go to the Main Street Market Exchange website and click on the Our Products link, and invest in the Main Street Market Exchange will be the first thing that pops up. So once you do invest and do that, I'll send you a certificate of what your dollar investment is in the Main Street Market Exchange. Hold on to that certificate. I'll hold on to it as well. And when I access the public markets like I'm going to, you can make a lot of money. Real quickly, most everybody knows that when you invest in a business like the Main Street Market Exchange, before they access a lot of public money, like in the case of McDonald's or Uber or Tesla or Facebook or Amazon or any of those companies, you make a lot of money. So as you invest, and it's easy to do, and as you look at the other Main Street Market Exchange website products, also take a look at those products that we have that are listed there. The fabulous video courses like Being Mentally Tougher and Mentally Stronger, those courses on communication, which are fantastic. Our leadership course on encouragement and empowerment, our business boot camp to help you fully develop your plan, our small business banker course that's the best course on the planet for small business bankers, or any of the 15 books that I have there. After you invest, indicate what products that you'd also want for us to email out to you, and we'll email out to them right away. It's sort of like a bit of instant gratification with some of the fabulous products that you can receive today, in addition to your longer-term investment with your certificate amount into the Main Street Market Exchange. Paying is real easy. It's real easy to do. You can pay using phone apps like Venmo or Zelle or Cash App, or you can input your debit or credit card information or send me a check. Whatever's easier for you. Just consider making an investment into the Main Street Market Exchange, into America's new stock market, and into your financial future. So that's the first part. Okay, now on to the second part. For those of you who still want to make money and would also like to know have some explanation and some clarification, please stay with me for the next few minutes as I explain to you how you can do that. But first, let me say, as I get to be older, I'm an older guy now, I've seen how people can be deceived and emotionally hyped up about investments, about, for example, valueless monkey coins. Hey, here's my monkey coin. This monkey coin has a market cap of $30 billion. Invest in it today, which is a scam. Or FTX crypto scams or multi-level marketing Ponzi schemes. And I never want to be associated with any of these scams or any scam. So this is straight from the heart. So hear me out. This makes perfect sense if you want to make money and you want to understand how. Because I've been working at the Main Street Market Exchange for many years, more intensely and extensively in the last few years. And I've always understood that the way to make the Main Street Market Exchange a major and dynamic force in the U.S. economy is for us to raise an enormous amount of capital. And even as I've constantly worked in the trenches on a lot of what may seem very seemingly little tedious tasks for countless hours, I've always known this. And when you raise an enormous amount of capital, people make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money. My focus now is to partner with billionaires and get endorsements from and get sponsored by and deal with people and companies with immense amount of capital. And I'm extremely encouraged by my actions already. I do this in order to ultimately access the public markets money and the enormous amounts of capital up on Wall Street that they offer to the Main Street Market Exchange. And my most recent efforts have been proven invaluable and very encouraging. And I'm going to continue to pursue capital. Now, those of you that know me know that I've spent an enormous amount of time and effort working with the poorest of the poor. And that's fabulous work. But my focus now is with those with immense amount of money and financial power that really wealthy people have. If you want to get an idea of how you make money with a company like mine, like the Main Street Market Exchange, just Google how people with businesses who invested, or how people or businesses who invested in the beginning with Facebook or Amazon or Microsoft or Tesla or Uber, any of those, that when the folks got in early and invested in early, those folks benefited the most. So it's your opportunity now to get in early with the Main Street Market Exchange and to endorse what the heck we're doing here. Now your question might be, hey, how, Paulie? How do you plan to access enormous amounts of capital? Give me another moment and I'll explain. When you look at our website, you can see an immense amount of work that's been done to produce some of the products and services that we offer. For example, we have a lot of multi-session video courses for individuals and for businesses that help out a lot. We offer courses on being mentally tougher, being mentally tougher or mentally strong and mentally stronger, on leadership to empower and encourage people, on communication with our basic communication 101 video course, on our business boot camp, which mirrors our live business boot camp, which helps folks to fully develop their plan to get invested in. Our small business banker video course for bankers, which is the best on the planet. Our new drivers app, which is called Local Ride. I'll most likely change the name of that, but we're just mirroring what Uber and Lyft have done and enhanced it to make it better for both the driver and the customer. Our focus on mentorship, our many articles that you can find in the library, or my many books like American Economics or The American Doctrine or Fixing America's Brokenness. So along with offering things like free Speak English courses online for Spanish-speaking people. And you can see also many fully developed plans that on our website we developed. And you can literally spend hours on our website looking at different things and appreciating all that we've done. But actually, all of that great information that you see on the website right now is just really the tip of the iceberg. It's the tip of the iceberg of what the Main Street Market Exchange is all about. And when I share this with people, with wealthy people and influential folks, they get it right away. They claim that the Main Street Market Exchange is phenomenal in terms of our efforts and our value, because what you don't see on the website is the new stock market, the back end of the Main Street Market Exchange that's been developed and that will now be more properly funded as we go forward. And I'll soon start putting things up on the website for you to see and appreciate. You don't see the platform, you don't see the methodology, you don't see the meeting place or the way or the systematic approach or the independent brokers or the proprietary Main Street Market Exchange information and much more that has been developed. You don't see the 7 ways that you can invest in a business, or the contingencies or parameters or the contractual agreements or covenants that govern infusions into businesses, or the way to buy and sell and trade and market and value an infusion or an investment into a business. So that's a ton of work that's been done to change the way that we invest in people in a revolutionary way, to take us out of the Stone Age of investment in terms of being able to invest so that we can invest in each other and invest in our plans and buy and sell and trade and market and value everyday Americans' plans in much the same way that they do up on Wall Street every day. And it's totally cool. But even more so, you don't see all the blood, sweat, and determination that has gone into all this. Now, I know folks really don't care about hard work. I understand. Folks really just want results, and I get that. But from my information, for example, where I'm coming from, I wrote the Be Your Own Boss book and packet of information back in 1993, 33 years ago, with 100 businesses with consultants to help you succeed that were up for under $40,000, along with cassettes and workbooks that ever to help folks out. Now that Be Your Own Boss has evolved into what is now known as the Mainstream Market Exchange. The Mainstream Market Exchange is totally different. Or you haven't seen some of the many wealthy folks that have left me at the altar, so to speak, with promises and then pulled back and not delivered. Or the outright betrayal by folks on certain things, or serious health issues like my blindness. I can see in my one eye better now, thank God. Or the thousands of hours that I've spent on the phone many times late into the evening with people who says, hey, you're the money man, you're the stock market guy for us, that I've done for no pay. And that's fine. I don't want a medal or a monument. I just want you to realize that it takes an enormous amount of work and time and effort and determination in the trenches to make something like the Mainstream Market Exchange work. Again, I'm not waving a valueless monkey coin saying it's as a market cap of 30 billion, you got to get in it today, and otherwise you're going to lose out. What I'm saying is that I have a company that is poised to be a major force in the U.S. economy and a favorite of every American that gets to know the Mainstream Market Exchange. And I hope to now raise an enormous amount of capital for the Mainstream Market Exchange. And I've gotten the attention of some really very wealthy and very well-meaning folks who feel the exact same way. And I'm building on that. I'm building on it. So I'm now starting to do what can be comparatively known as pre-IPO funding. An IPO is an initial public offering, but I'm not officially calling it pre-IPO funding. I'm making it easy on you, on me, and on everybody. Stay with me here, because examples are good to use to explain things. Mark Zuckerberg up at Facebook, for example, raised a lot of money before he took Facebook public in Facebook's IPO. I think Peter Thiel invested $500,000 and got 4% of Facebook before they went and issued stock and had their public offering. Other investors got similar interest in Facebook based on their infusion before Facebook went public. And other well-known companies, look at all of them, McDonald's, Apple, Uber, all of them. They raised a ton of money before they went public with their IPO. The Mainstream Market Exchange will only be able to access public money and enormous amounts of it by partnering with and getting endorsed by and getting sponsorship and dealing with and most likely merging with people and companies with access to vast amounts of capital. Ask and you shall receive. I've certainly learned that. And I cannot do this alone as a small company. To say that I am going public in 18 months on Wall Street, that we're going on our own, we're going public, would be a grand deception and a grand lie. So as I attract real money and speak with billionaires and position the Mainstream Market Exchange to possibly merge with or partner with or do a quasi-SPAC with and access real money backers to go public and do an IPO of some sort in the not too distant future, I'll always acknowledge and remember those folks who invested with me in the beginning, who want the Mainstream Market Exchange to really succeed and also want to really make some money. So make a leap of faith. Bet on Main Street. Bet on America. Bet on Paulie or on billionaires helping the Main Street Market Exchange get there. And like I said in the first part of this video, it's real simple. Just go to the Main Street Market Exchange website. It'll take you about 2 minutes. And click on the Our Products link. And the first thing that'll pop up is Invest in Main Street. And You can use apps on your phone like Venmo or Cash App or Zelle, or you can input your debit or credit card or send me a check, whatever's easier on you. And don't forget to ask for any of our fabulous products when you do invest. But invest today, and we'll email you out your certificate of your amount invested. And we'll hold on to that as well. And when we're soon able to access lots of public and private capital, you'll make a lot of money. Please feel free to call me or text me or email me with any questions that you might have. Thanks for listening. And as we always say at the end of all of our videos for the Main Street Market Exchange, what do you want to do? God bless. Thanks.